6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Def Con 1.
Once upon a time, there was a little trader. He had power, the power to see through divergence. He understood his mission, his goal, his journey. This little trader has his goal set on turning pennies into bag loads of nickels. Come and join this little trader's journey. Like, right now, we are about to be live. Seriously.
Hey guys, here's FundedCoffee at TDT ThinkDifferentTrading with another London Open. The London Open starts in 5 seconds. For the new people here, we trade divergence and we trade the 4 indices NAS, Dow, SPY and the DAX. And divergence is about finding the leading indicator, the following and the most delayed one. But I will go more in detail when we see something happening on the Open. I usually wait 1 or 2 candles at least before I start taking a trade, so the London Open mess gets a bit more calm, and then we will see. What we see currently is that all 4 indices are going up on the London Open, so there's no divergence between that 4 indices as of now. Also you see on the bottom, you see the 50-minute chart just as confirmation for me where we are. It's just a good to know where the 50-minute candle is currently, also for a divergence. So here's a slight divergence, which you see already. The DAX is not breaking below the London Open, while the other 3 are. So we need to wait for the DAX to follow. Now we have all 4 indices following or going down. So now we need to wait and see for the candle to close for further confirmation. The DAX is now still the one who might be the leading one, as it's going bullish, but the others are still bearish. So we have to wait. For now it looks like DAX might be actually the leading index here, as the other indices are turning and not going short, not going bearish. And we always play around the London Open, so we wait maybe for a retest, for a break, to take a short or a long. And again, we need confirmation through divergence. See it a bit as here, as the DAX is pushing and it's potentially the leading index here. See it more or less as a higher time frame bias. So for now, we know that's the leading indicator, or not now, but we take a guess right now for now how it looks like, that the DAX is the leading index. So we see that as a higher time frame bias. Now we are again pushing lower on the other indices, so we have to just wait for more confirmation if we want to take either a long or a short. And our main factor right now is the DAX. If we want to take a short, we need to wait for the confirmation that the DAX is turning bearish. So our higher time frame needs to turn bearish, and only then we can take a trade. For now, as we are above London Open, the higher time frame might still be bullish, so we need to wait for confirmation for both sides. Now we start breaking, which might give us a trade here. I'm taking a short. Putting it to break even as we see the spike, and the dough isn't really following that much. So I put it to break even just to protect my capital here, as I'm not sure about the momentum. For now it's looking okay, but I feel like the next pullback might take us out. I hope we can just get one more push. So as you can see, sadly we didn't take the NAS instead. We would have taken already the, I'm out break even. Sadly we didn't take the NAS, else we would have been already out 1 or 2% profit. We sadly took the dough, which was the slowest. So we took a break even here instead. That's why I put it in break even very fast, because the dough seemed rather slow. Now we might sadly go looking at the DAX going very big here. But as you could see, like the moment all 4 indices agreed with the movement, we saw a big momentum push. Sadly, I took the wrong index to take a trade. So now we have to wait. We need to see, maybe we can get the DAX to make a pullback here, but not completely back to the London Open. And then we might get a retest on the Dow or NAS or SPY. And then we could take a short on the rejection. As you can see, it was pretty good that we took a break even here. The moment the other indices slowed down, the Dow, as it was the slowest, was the first one who pulled back rather big. So it was for me a good decision to go out. The problem is also that we already went largely down here, so we also need to consider that when taking shorts. The short side just might be a little overextended. Just in case here, I might take another trade. I'm not taking anything yet. I don't like the instant weird pushes from the 1 minute chart. As you can see, it's just directly pulling back again. It's just very weird wicking on all sides. So I need more confirmation, but the shorts still look rather good. Why? Because of the DAX, especially because we are still staying low on the DAX, which, if you remember, was at first the one who was leading for the bullish movement, and is now actually the one leading for the short side, which can give us a strong confidence that we should look for shorts right now and not for longs. The beauty of my scalping is that you normally really only need 50 minutes to 20 minutes during each session. So it means during London and New York Open. So I'm only really effectively trading 40 minutes, 30 minutes a day. And the rest I can just do whatever I want. Of course, I'm also trading other things like the swing trading strategy and the day trading strategy. So I'm after all still doing other things. But if you would just focus on scalping, then you would just need to trade 40 minutes a day and you're done. A short might be interesting here again, but the market's slowing down, if you notice. Just very little momentum. So we need to wait that we get some type of momentum bar. By momentum bar I mean a kind of bigger candle. Just fast movement. It doesn't really need to be a huge candle. If it's a huge candle, then our stop loss is messed up. We just need a bit of momentum, a big faster candle, not such a slow candle forming. You can really read the momentum also well, just looking at how the candles are forming. And you see how slowly it's just moving sideways, and then it might just in the last 10 seconds it might make a bigger body. That means that we don't have a lot of volume in the market right now. So we need to be careful. Especially if you're scalping, you really need to pay attention to the volume. And by volume I don't mean the volume which you can put on the chart as an indicator. I mean the volatility. You see the Dow breaking above the London Open. Same with the SPY and the NAS currently. So longs look interesting, but we have the problem that the DAX is still rather far below the London Open. So we do not know yet which direction we should go. Since the DAX might be the leading one for the shorts, so there's no conviction that we go long here. Now we're getting some upside momentum. We see even the DAX pushing higher. And the moment the DAX pushed higher, we saw that there's a bigger move on the other indices. So you really see again the momentum coming in. The moment the DAX, or the moment all four indices are synergizing. And that are the pushes that you want to catch. Because as you could see here, once the momentum starts, you can, after 1 or 2 candles, you can put your trade to break even. And then you're relatively safe. So if you're able to read the divergence well, you have a very high chance to put your trade to at least break even. So your win rate can really improve a lot. You might take many break-even trades, but which is fine, at least for me. I'd rather have a break-even trade than a loss. And then you just wait for another setup and take another chance. Now, as you can see, a nice rejection on the London Open. Hit it almost to the pip and then it's going down. So we might see a stronger push down now. I'm taking another try here. The market is still rather slow, it's a problem, but it's worth a try. Right now what I want to look for is that the Dow is staying below the London Open, because the Dow is the one who's being the slowest right now the whole time. So I really want the Dow to start going. The moment the Dow starts, we likely will break lower, and then we will have a nice trade. If it doesn't and closes above, I might close the trade. I hope that candle now can push down. We might take a loss here, a routine loss, which is fine. We have to take losses to make wins. Yeah, taking a loss here. Not a big problem. We might still go down. Again, the problem is that it's just very slow. In a better market environment, I can tell you that that short would go rather largely here. But of course that doesn't help us right now. So knowing that the volatility is so slow, it's probably better to just watch the market, see what it's doing, but not take any more trades. Most of the time when I take a loss like that, a full loss, then I stop trading for that session and wait for the other sessions to start. In this case here, the New York Open. And then I'm just looking at the market, going over what it does, maybe to see a few things that I might miss out on. Now the DAX is breaking above the London Open, which might mean that there's more momentum to the upside coming, if any momentum is coming in the market, which doesn't currently look like it. As you can see, the DAX is again below the London Open. So your main focus is again for now just looking at the DAX, seeing what it does, if it confirms or invalidates your bias or your setup, and then you go from there. Your main goal is to just always try to find the timing when all four indices agree with each other. Once they're all synergize and agree with each other, then you know that there's going to be, to a high chance, momentum coming in the market. Of course, now that we see that there's just no volume here and no volatility, even if they synergize, there might just not be any momentum coming in. So you notice really how we're going higher on the indices here besides the DAX. And the DAX is really struggling and doesn't want to go up. Now even rejecting, potentially closing below the London Open. So that's the problem that we have here, why we have no momentum and volume in the market here. Because the indices aren't synergizing well. That three indices here want to, or seem at least, want to go up. The DAX wants to go down. So the moment one disagrees with a certain movement, it's just very likely that the momentum, that the momentum isn't there. Anyway, I believe I won't take any trades anymore. I don't want to waste your guys' time. So I'm closing the stream now, and yeah. See some of you during New York Open for the people that are getting mentored. Bye bye.